Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
40-yard line.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. This secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
He said, I got good news and I got bad news.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Dalvin Cook on the carry. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. But at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's going to air one out. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And that is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
That was a really nice play. He was able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
6-0 our score after 1.
Vikings, nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11. On the ground, it's Cook. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
The Viking ball carrier.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running lanes non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 9 now. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
The pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Vikings.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, one set. Check.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going up top for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Complete to
A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 51 yards.
Vikings first down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run the counter. It's Cook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They run it again with Cook. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
The pass.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They try again with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Bears 6. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Number 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down and 7. Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And firing a deep ball for Komet. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw again.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Again, it's Cohen. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's bring it. Check. 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 Alert 3. Alert 3. 79 Bronco. On.
2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Cohen. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Samuels, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people...
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Back at the 49-yard line.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. This is Cohen. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 48 yards.
1st down, Minnesota.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Chicago, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will